Hello and welcome back to In My Image. It's taken a while, but I've been at it, modding, adding events, and I hope this will be an excellent Victoria campaign. If you watched my previous Victoria campaigns, you know I'm somewhat of a novice, and I still am. I mean, it's a very enigmatic game. In any way, I hope the video quality is acceptable. I've had to downscale the resolution to make OBS properly record this game with an interface size that I can play with. Hopefully you won't have to claw your eyes out. So, the world, it's ready for the industrial era. As you can see, I've been modding the interface. You can see the flags more clearly. I also have to thank several people for their contributions to this mod, primarily in the form of ideas. But the one who has contributed the most is definitely Tonio Citru, who has been making a lot of these brilliant flags. Many nations have unique flags, and you will see more of them as the game progresses. For example, Narinya here has a flag, Shiragulia, more will come, Korchia. It's all based on their stuff from CK2 and EU4. So anyway, let's jump right into the game and see what the future holds. So, a bit of a background. I've been modding a lot. There's just a plethora of events that can happen for all manner of nations, not the least Bayadia. I've scripted it in such a way that will present a challenge, but it's not that deterministic. Anything can happen, really. And the events will unfold as episodes go on. So, Bayadia, we're currently the #1 great power, mainly due to our prestige. And I'm gonna be completely honest with you, I have not been playing Victoria 2 for probably 2 years or something like that. So I'm not at all up to speed with what we have to do. But I've made ourselves a few goals. Mainly in the form of, let's first turn off this decision. This is a converted decision that makes America appear, basically. We have form Greater Bayadia as our goal. Here, I'll let you read the text while I talk about it a bit. This is a late game goal. When certain events have come to pass, we can form Greater Bayadia. We need to unite quite a bit of the world. Let's see exactly here. We need 300 prestige and we need nationalism and imperialism. This will allow us to gain claims on all of the true Mongol nations, or lands even, which includes our vassals, which we may or may not have incorporated already by that point. It includes several pieces of the Indo-China region, and several pieces of this area here. Nationality-wise, our Inan Mongol culture is this sort of light green, lighter than Chenker Mongol green. Yes, it's some sort of dynamic coloring, I don't know. But here we have Inan Mongols, there we have them, they go westwards a bit, and also Inan Mongols tend to take over certain areas. Chenker Mongols and etc. And there's also some in America somewhere, I think. Or there can be. There's a lot of stuff going on. America, I hope America will be an interesting place. Usually, especially South America, is extraordinarily uninteresting in all timelines. But Narinya will hopefully shake the continent up a bit. In North America, we'll just have to wait and see what happens. If any cool nations will form or not is mainly down to chance, also if they will keep themselves together. Europe is always different. I have to say, in all of my years modding stuff like this, I've never seen a less deterministic mod. When I just run this, my overnight nation, or my observer nation, is Oyo here. I let it run for 60, 80, 100 years, and I never ever have the same result twice in a row, and the changes are usually massive, with some nobody nations rising to glory, or... there's so many things that can happen. Usually, Bayadia falls completely to pieces in Observer games. Let's try and avoid having that happen to us. So let's get down to the basics. Let's take a look at our country. We have a population of 22.68 million. Mainly Tengriligod, some Norse, and, well, a few percentage of animists, Tengris, and etc. The Tengriligod icon is currently using the Nestorian one, because I didn't want to delve into that, and Nestorian doesn't exist. So I thought it was suitable. This is the Norse one, looking nice. We have a few Jews, interestingly enough. 1,100 Inner Mongol Jews, and lots of animists on those islands we took. If you remember, they are here. I took them because I thought they could be a nice naval base in Hoi. But that's not to say that they can't serve us now. So the population... it's looking pretty satisfied as far as I can see. I guess there's not too many people without their very basic needs. Well, there's a few. There's 180,000 farmers that do not even get their life needs. Okay, well. Then again, I want to reiterate that I don't know this game and I don't really know how to fix problems like this. But that's the charm. It's an experience. Not only for you, but for me as well. Trade, I always leave these automated. Yep, not much to say. Diplomacy-wise, we are the top great power, followed by Mengu Timuria, Japon, Korchia, Targana, Inalchi, Guglug, and Tsusni. Tsusni will definitely not stay there, but in one of the Observer games, I've seen them take land back from Japon. One thing to note is that in this mod, nations are way more aggressive. I've upped the aggression, generally, which means that they will be more prone to helping out in crises and just attack each other out of the blue, which suits this very Mongol world. This is our secondary cultures, Gan Mongol, Ik Mongol, and Odin Mongol, which is perfect. When we unify Bayadia, we get more, I think. Maybe I didn't add that. Alright, this is extremely hard to read, courtesy of the Victoria 2 script language. Anyway, in current wars, there's some bugged wars here, but you can see that the Valatin Horde has already attacked East Bodigaria to take East Switzerland. This is what I'm talking about. There are plenty of cores on nations all over the planet, and they will go to war for them. Our military is currently looking quite weak. 74 out of 477. We'll have to do something about that, though we have too many ships. Consider building naval bases, or disband some ships. I think we'll try to build naval bases. We currently have the Tengrilig Odd Church in power, which is kind of funny, seeing as they are brutally incompetent. They hold protectionism, interventionism, moralism, limited citizenship, and pro-military in regard. I left them default, but I renamed them. So we have the Open Sky Party with free trade, laissez-faire, pluralism, limited citizenship, anti-military. And the One Bayadia Party. Protectionism, state capitalism, moralism, residency, and jingoism. I mean, we have a pro-military party, limited citizenship, etc. We'll see how long this can serve us. My usual tactic is to invest in capitalist projects or aristocrat projects. So let's see if we have any capitalists. We do! 1,250 of them, and we have 700,000 aristocrats. Well, I think we'll be well set for projects to invest in. Technology. What shall we go for first? I do want to industrialize. So we have some coal production. Supply limit. Let's take a look at what our country produces. I need to remember all of these icons. I think the RGO output is this one. Do we have coal anywhere? It's quite hard to see. I mean, at a first glance I can't see any, but that doesn't mean we don't have it. Maybe we can see it in the trade. Coal. In high demand. Do we produce any though? No. In Alchi, Japan, Mengu Timuria, they produce coal. Though we do have spherelings as well. Not sure if there is any coal in India. Maybe there isn't. Oh well, we'll have to do without in that case. Or go to war with some less fortunate nations to acquire coal and oil. Oh, at least we have some iron in our beautiful Tsaisfera here. Oh, another thing that almost always happens is that Duabin Salbar becomes a great power, because they are number 9 in the list, which means that if Tusni falls from grace just a little, they will become a great power and break free from being our puppet. Which is something we really want to avoid, if we can avoid it. Whether that is trying to weaken them somehow, which I don't actually know how I would do, or if it's increasing the strength of Tusni, which I don't either know how to do. Anyway, what technology should we go for? I don't think any of these are very interesting. I mean, if we had coal, sulfur and iron, then this would be nice. Maybe we should go for culture to keep our prestige lead. I sort of like having prestige gain increased. And I'm not really seeking to optimize this, because as I said, I just like playing Victoria. But I don't know anything about it. So let's go with romanticism. Because we are the center of the romantic Mongol universe. We write the stories. We are made up of legends. So let's see, production. We have a cement factory, fabric factory, lumber mill, paper mill and steel factory. There's some people working in each of these. They're all in Sind, which is our home area, I believe. Where is our capital? Here. Yes, so this is Sind. We can even see the factories here on the map. Hopefully we'll have more to invest in later. We have some armies. This one is taking attrition. Not ideal. I don't think we will have to go to war soon, at least. Maybe we do. Who knows? Are we allied to anyone? This is one of the things I don't remember. We are allied to Ogul Alta, Tsaisfera, Targana, Kalpi and Guglug. Alright. Do I have to ally my own satellites? It looks like it. So let's do it. Alright. It's only this one that I had to ally for some obscure reason. Supply limit. This supply here is bad. You can move to the coast. I will not reorganize my armies yet, but I will take a quick look at what's in them. We merge you. We have some cavalry, artillery, infantry. In between sessions I'm gonna look up what the optimal setup is, because I like making armies in this game. I think it's fun. You want some engineers and some scout cavalry and infantry and artillery. Lots of artillery. I remember that from last time. Last time I played I was here and I ground all of Europe down to dust. Millions of casualties every world war. And they kept attacking me. I remember that very clearly. We have 64 unemployed craftsmen. I really don't care about 64 of them. Let's unpause. Just see what happens. The bugged wars go away, which is excellent. Civilization-wise, there's only a few uncivilized nations, and Audagostni Ord is one of them. Interestingly enough, they used to be a great power in EU4. When they civilize, they might become a great power again. We also have some random Europeans being behind, like the British Isles, and some parts of Central Europe. Some parts of Africa, Some parts of South America, like the native Shalshaqui nation. Baburia. North America, except for Japon Alutska, is all civilized. And in this area we have civilization, the heart of civilization itself, so no worries here. Okay, our budget is tanking immediately. We should increase administration and education. And what else? Should we tax the poor? I mean, we can tax everyone except the rich, I think. Let's do something like this to start off with. And, right. I forgot to set national focuses. So in this area, I obviously want 100% admin efficiency. So let's encourage bureaucrats. Let's see here. I think this is what you do. This is immigrants, railroad, increase tension. Interesting. Increase party loyalty. No, I think it's encourage bureaucrats. And we want to do this for most states, so we get 100% bureaucratic efficiency, so we get more taxes. Bureaucrats. And how many do we have? How many focuses? 2. Alright, we will unlock more focuses later. I really like to have focuses. And we have some ships. Man-o-wars. All of them man-o-wars and clipper transports. This isn't our only fleet. Where is the rest then? Are they over here? No. No, we only have one fleet. Apparently it counts as 82 out of 60, even though they are only 57. Hopefully that works. Let's see. Should we build more naval bases in that case? Can we? Only one per state? Let's build more then. Expand the naval base. It doesn't cost that much, and we have a buffer. We need timber, steel, cement, machine parts, and lumber, though. Alright. Our ships suffer a 36% penalty of supplying them. I wonder who them are. Naval bases. Alright. I'll just leave them be for now. But at least I put my focuses out and moving some troops away here so they can actually avoid taking attrition. You're moving to the coast. Alright, let's fix the economy even more then, because we have spending on naval units that we could definitely lower for now. We don't need to supply them. National stockpile. What this is, constructions. Alright, spending on construction. Spending on land units. We could reduce this for now. Military spending. This is paying soldiers and officers. We'll leave this as it is and decrease this. So I think this is the same as military maintenance in EU4. So you can increase this while you're at war. And then we'll tax the poor. Leave the rich be, pretty much. Let's not tax the rich. Let's tax the poor. And leave the middle class, something like that, and lower this a bit more. I hope this doesn't destroy anything, but then again, live and learn. I believe this is the weakest start I've had in any mega campaign I've gone to Victoria 2 with, which is interesting. And let's see, our sphere of influence does not include our own subject. Add to sphere. Alright, we'll have to work on them to add them to our sphere. Meanwhile, who should we add? We could add somewhere with coal to our sphere, if we can. I'd like to find a coal-producing province. It should be in Britain. I can click it. Let's see where the coal is. That's what I should have done from the start. Right, so Calpe has some coal. They have some coal. Other than that... Here we have some coal we could snatch. We want to add them to sphere. How do we do that even? Least friendly. We want to increase relations. Let's keep doing that. And unpause a bit. I'm gonna take it slow at the start, just to make sure that nothing pops up that I can't handle. Our population is going down. Lots of it is migrating to America. America has a massive migrational pull. I'm gonna show you. Nariña, 3,000. Lima, 2,000. We have Texas with a 10,000. People are also migrating slightly to the Native American nations, probably to escape the Mongol war fetish. An age of liberalism. Alright, liberal agitation. I think this is also the first time I'm playing with the... what's it called? The patch, the beta patch that came out 2 years ago? Something like that, I think. Let's see, how often can I increase relations with you? Quite often. Let's increase the speed. I mean, I'm a speed 5 player. Right, so we're losing a bit of money. We need to fix this. We could fix this how? Could pay our... I'm not sure if I like that, though. Could do that. I guess we could pay them less. There we go. Let's pay our soldiers less. Let's not build more soldiers yet. This might also be a massive mistake, not building up our army to force limit. But then again, I don't see us going to war right now. Unless Duabin Salbar breaks free and becomes a great power, then we might go for them. If we can. Losing even more money here. So we're wasting a lot of money on education and military spending. Let's do this. Let's bring that down right there and hope they don't get angry. I'm also interested in seeing if there's any projects. They want to build a paper mill and a furniture factory. Fortunately, I can't really sponsor them right now because I don't have the money. But if I run a surplus, I should be able to invest in them soon enough. Banquet campaign. Immorality is like water. Gain militancy, consciousness, or just gain liberal agitation until... oh, for 2 years. Let's leave them be. And we have a newspaper. I'm not going to read all of them, but... war between Fox and Ojibwe. And wind of westernization. Ogle Alta stands with us. Yes! And also the Baburia fear. Startle their nation. Chilly relations with Nariña. Yep. Wonder when Nariña will start to kick off. You need a few million in population before they try to become the protector of southern Nariña. It's not South America in this world, it's called something else. And North America is Hedolgenia, just so you know. But I will refer to it as America for sake of understanding. Right, first victim, Fox annexing one of the other native nations. Tea harvest. Right, we have tea and stuff. Stockpile, nope. Our merchants need tea. All capitalists in Kurnool. Let's see. I don't think that is worth it. I just want to know, first and foremost, what Kurnool is. Kurnool. That's... oh, it's this province. So how many capitalists are there in Kurnool? There are no capitalists. This is why you need to check stuff like this. So it's obviously poor strata. Yep. Still losing some population. Unfortunate, but that will eventually stop, I hope. Let the farmers keep some tea. Liberal agitation. I'm not planning on becoming liberal, but if it happens, it happens. I want to keep the Khan. in power. The Bayads shall rule into the future. But then again, I'll take and roll with history's punches if I have to. Liberal agitation will be removed. Okay, that was quick. Not very agitated, I guess. They were actually quite fine. Alright, so now we should be able to invest in some projects. Let's pause the game. Wait, Megaderia... No, Mengetimuria has been attacking Ebudegjin. It's this one. They took Novgorod. They're cleaning up their western borders. Project-wise, expand the fabric factory. That must be the one we have. Are people working in that one? Yes, they are. Oh, and in the steel factory as well. Okay, so we have an empty paper mill. I think that's not a great investment, but it's in another state, so let's expand this. I guess control clicking this. Furniture factory in Rajputana, and yeah, but let's just invest in all the projects. And then we need to start technology research into railroads. Now I remember what I like in this game. Are you not being funded properly? Another paper mill. Consciousness. Gujarat and Rajputana. Oh, railroad. Let's build railroads. I want to build railroads, especially here. But I can't because of hills. Ah, too bad that there's hills. War between Carcapua and Chiragulia. That's actually quite interesting. Let's see who wins the Italian hegemony. Lots of liberal agitation. Our allies, how many troops do they have? Just so we can stay ahead of them at least. It doesn't look like Targana has many at all. You have a few, but less than us. Kalpi has 21. No, plus 24. Alright. Size for quite a sizable army. Guglug, on the other hand, has 30, 24, 15. Not too many, actually. Not too many at all. We're ahead, I believe. Can actually check the great powers here, just to make sure nothing has changed. Nothing has changed yet, at least. Sort by rank. Is Duabin Salbar? Yep, still in our sphere. I want them to drop. Oh, I want someone else to soar ahead of them. It looks to be the Alkmarids so far. If you remember them, they were the tribal federation surviving all through EU4. Choctaw attacking Texas, taking Oklahoma. Liberal agitation is gone. Perfect. Oh, so having armies stationed in provinces where there is liberal agitation will make it die down. I didn't know that. Let's see, how are the projects doing? Build railroads, yes. An expanding cement factory, sure. Oh, and these are being constructed. Lovely. We should probably expand the lumber mill because it's full. 8,000. Yeah, let's do that. And we can expand the steel factory as well. So it seems to be completely full. Build more railroads. Absolutely. We need more railroads. We need the railroad tech now to be able to build railroads in our hilly capital area. Mengetimuria and Inalchi. So you're going to war with Inalchi. Let's see here. They are both great powers, I believe. Mengetimuria and Inalchi. Yeah, Mengetimuria is slightly stronger, but Inalchi packs a real punch. To be perfectly honest, if there was anything consistent in my overnight results or my observer game results, it's that Inalchi always comes out on top. Even if they get kicked around a little at the beginning of the game, they will bounce back. There's something about them. They have 33 million people, and I believe they have all the resources they need for a fantastic game. Yeah, we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Gain some consciousness, sure. The worst thing about Victoria is all of these events. Liberal agitation removed. Let's invest in more projects. More railroads. Yes. Another furniture factory. I guess that's pretty good because of the wood we're producing. Furniture factories, I presume they need... Well, we don't have one so far. No, yeah, it needs lumber and timber. Whatever the difference is. Well, we should have tropical wood, I believe. It's one of our luxury things we produce. Maybe not, actually. Maybe that's all in Indochina. We have lumber, at least. Lots of it. Fruit, tea... Yeah, we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Population steadily falling. Alright, so a botanical expedition. Naturally, we will send an expedition. Let's invest in this railroad. Actually looks like they are slowly but surely investing stuff, but it's not enough. Build a lumber mill. Yes, sure. I will invest in that. Let's wait a few seconds for them to start more projects. So far it's looking pretty neat. Big war against Inalchi by Mengutumuria. Italians. It seems like Shiragulia is coming out on top. Do they have cores on Car Capua though? Diplomatic map mode says yes. They're probably gonna try and take as much as they can. Alright, let's continue in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon.